The design and making of a socially equitable clothing collection questions the inequalities related to the unaffordability of sustainable fashion and challenges the stereotypes often associated with consumers of budget clothing. As a response to the realities of deindustrialisation, ongoing austerity, and associated impacts of poverty in the United Kingdom, this body of work is an exploration of the ambiguity and significance of everyday, affordable budget clothing. Throughout history, clothes in Britain have been used as a means of expressing social mobility and at the same time acted as a delineation between the classes. In our society, the act of consuming allows a person to build their individual identity, yet poverty prevents a person from buying clothes. How can a person feel empowered and able to express themselves when they can't afford to do so? Historical research of social design reveals that during the Second World War, the British government's Board of Trade devised the British Utility Scheme as a means to clothe the population at an affordable price. Known as CC41, the scheme was implemented in three ways: rationing, utility, and austerity. In a 21st century scarcity economy, the methods of austerity and rationing worked to keep the cost of garments down to a minimum and at the same time reduced its environmental impact. World War II austerity measures restricted the amount of cloth, seams and trims used in a particular type of garment. By adopting and defining my own set of austerity measures, I was able to design for limitations that reduced seams, eliminated trims, and informed the type of fabrications used for each garment. The stripping back of trims and details informed and defined the aesthetics of the clothes. In lieu of detail that increased the make price of garments, attention was placed on form, the silhouette, proportion, and fit. When designing for limitations that result in the removal of all trims from the garments, how do I design and make durable clothes that don't look austere, are practical, and allow for personal expression when shopping on a budget? Socio-cultural heritage and formal values of British occupational clothing attended to approaches and ideas related to historical research. I was able to reimagine contemporary clothes through the lens of Victorian occupation via the historical inquiry of work carried out by men and women during this period. Similar to the purpose of the handbag today, during and leading up to the Victorian era, most women owned a pair of pockets that would attach to their underwear and were accessible via small slits in the side of their skirts. When attachable pockets went out of fashion, women of occupation started to wear them on the outside of their clothes. During this era, owning a few shirts with interchangeable elements was an affordable way of looking clean and respectable for men of occupation. I updated and adapted historical detachable pockets, making them into a type of bag that is sturdy enough for multiple use today. I also developed an easy-to-make interchangeable collar. The pocket bags add a practical value to the ration garments and, like the collars, are able to be worn in multiple ways. Made from affordable, locally made materials, both accessories can be exchanged from garment to garment, affording the wearer a means of personal expression when shopping on a budget. In light of rising populations globally and the overuse of our finite natural resources, rationing and austerity measures that historically emerged from wartime are of value in a contemporary context. Beyond the object, concerns of textile use, austerity approaches to fashion design practice support the design and making of an affordable, sustainable clothing collection.